It's July 10th, JLD here, and welcome to MSTR today. In this show, we talk about Stack Hodler buying MSTR and why that makes me so excited. Also, Bitcoin treasury companies are going parabolic. This is amazing news. Strike, Strife, and Stride, we talk about their effective yield. So good. Also, the most hated rally ever, and it's not even close. This video is not financial advice. Please do your own research. Please hit the like button. I know I ask for comments a lot, but the comments have slowed down because I get it. You're not going to comment on every video. But if you could just take a second, hit that like button, it would really mean a lot. I'd love to see this video get over 1,000 likes. That'd be about 3 or 4x the norm as of late. So if you get value from this and you're watching this right now, hit that like button. It would mean so much. And let's dive on in. Okay, today's first post from Michael Saylor, who wants us to know that today's symphony is in B major. And look at him go. I can listen to this symphony in B major all day long, and that's B major with a capital Bitcoin B. Let's go. This fired me up. I did not expect to see this. I've been following Stack Hodler for a long time. I love his pictures. I love his posts. He's a Bitcoin maximalist. He's a Bitcoin purist. I love that about him. I am as well. Like I believe obviously that everything originates from Bitcoin. Everything within MSTR that is great is because of Bitcoin. I hold a lot of Bitcoin because I believe in it. I believe in the cold storage of Bitcoin. I also believe in what Michael Saylor is doing to such a high level. I've been a believer since middle of 2024, and I've gone in big as a result. I really believe that Michael Saylor, Fong, Lee, Ed, the whole team over at Strategy are cooking, and they are going to absolutely capitalize their capital stack on the over $300 trillion that are just sitting there in trashy fixed income. And they're solving that problem with Strife, with Strike, with Stride, and with future instruments they have yet to release, but that they will be releasing at a near-term future. And Stack was just doing his thing. And why not? Why not just continue to stack and be awesome when it comes to Bitcoin? But when I saw this, that he bought MSTR yesterday, he's not a market timer. He's not a trader. He says, I only buy assets and I'm comfortable holding forever because I don't want to stress about entries and exits. So why did I buy MSTR and why now? A few basic reasons. And I will put this post below. I'm just going to read the highlights, but I just love the fact that number one, Stack Hodler is now a owner of MSTR. So Stack, if you're watching this, I come out with a show every single day, brother, all on MSTR as well. I'm also pretty pumped about the fact that I'm in about for half the average cost basis that Stack's in for, because I also respect him as an investor, and the fact that I maybe was able to front run Stack a little bit here makes me pretty excited, although he massively front run me in Bitcoin. So hat tip to him. He's winning overall. But we all win in this game. That's the whole point. So number one, MSTR has an unassailable lead in the corporate treasury race. It is just a fact. Nobody will ever catch Strategy. Nobody's even going to try because it would be a disaster to try. The moat is just impregnable. It's just going to be a winner. And he gives a good reason for that below. Number two, the vast majority of the world still doesn't believe in Bitcoin. It's sad, but true. And it's only sad in some areas because it's actually great for us, you, the viewer, and myself, because we're here so early and we're going to capture so much upside. And then three, MSTR has proven that it's the leader at engineering conduits for poorly allocated capital to find its way into Bitcoin by way of Strategy's balance sheet. And of course, he's talking about Strike, about Strife, about Stride, about the entire 300 trillion plus fixed income market, and then all of the great strategies the Strategy will be implementing in the near term future. So Stack, welcome to the team, brother. I'm glad to have you on. If you ever do any interviews, I'd love to have you on MSTR today. Just hit me up and my DM on X, and we'll make this happen, my man. We've got Strategy in the house saying, transforming commodities into equities and credit is a winning strategy. And this is what Strategy is doing. They're taking the $60 trillion credit, the 35 trillion equity, the 3 trillion in commodities. They're transforming commodities into equities and credit. It's just a winning strategy because look how small of a percentage the commodities are. And look at what they're doing to this $95 trillion market right here. Insane stuff. I love it. The Bitcoin therapist says, strap in, strap on, brace yourself, because This is where we are right now. Q3, Q4 is coming. Of course, we have no idea what Q3 and Q4 are going to do. It could be the exact opposites. That's just a reality. But I have belief. Bitcoin Therapist has belief. Stack Hodler has belief. We're bullish, and I think it's a good time to be bullish, but only time will tell. But I'm not going anywhere. I can tell you that much. Next Layer Capital says Bitcoin Treasury strategy is going parabolic. Michael Saylor, thank you for being the one back here in Q1 of 2020. Thank you for essentially being the vast majority of all of these purchases. And then these last 2 quarters, you've had some help. You haven't had much help, but you have had some help. Strategy is still the dominant one, but excuse me, other Bitcoin treasury companies are both looking and doing great. Good things ahead. Because what is Michael Saylor doing? He's buying the future. What are these Bitcoin treasury companies doing? They are buying the future. What are you doing by investing in MSTR? You are buying the future. So congratulations. It's an amazing time to be alive. Brian says, value transfer from the bond market to Bitcoin is the most important story in all of Bitcoin treasury land. The repricing and re-rating of Bitcoin-backed fixed income instruments is that process unfolding in real time. And of course, the only person who's really doing that right now with any magnitude is strategy with Strike, with Strife, with Stride, and just watching what's happening. You could have gotten Strife at almost 12%. You could have been making $12 a share with Strife had you jumped in early. I didn't either. I jumped in at $98. So I'm in about right there is where I got in. And of course, I've massively benefited from this recent, drop in yields because I'm still getting my 10% yield because I bought it $98. So I'm making about 10.1% yield on my Stripe shares because I'm locked in to that $10 per share. People that buy now, you're getting more like $8 per share. And people that are buying Strike are getting close to like $6 per share. Luckily, Stride came in and you're still like around 10 and a half, close to 11% per share. That's still amazing. So it's still out there. Time is good. Chris says, Jim Chanos right now. Yeah, I'm sorry, brother. But I told you your face was going to get ripped off. Your face is going to get ripped off. Ragnar says MSTR now has a $4 trillion market cap company to catch. Pedal to the metal. NVIDIA, you are in our sights. You're an amazing company. You're doing great things, but you don't have a chance. Strategy is going to rip past you. NVIDIA, you're still going to do great things. I have no doubts, but nothing stops the strategy train. And on that note, Bitcoin Therapist wants us to know that MicroStrategy owns 600,000 Bitcoin, give or take, about 597 and change. This is going to be the most hated rally ever. I mean, come on. You could have gotten in anywhere here. And then we had this choppy chop area. Then we had this blow off top, and we're going back there. We're going back there. And now I have some great video clips from Michael Saylor. So don't miss out and enjoy.
First of all, Bitcoin's been appreciating at 55% a year for the past 4 years. Bonds are depreciating 5% a year. The S&P is appreciating at about 13% a year. It's amazing to me that people would rather have a 20% ARR with 20 vol than 55 ARR with 55 vol. But yeah, if you think about it, it's pretty obvious you want the 50% return, not the 20% return. So if you're going to embrace the future, embrace digital transformation, it's going to be more volatile, it's going to be higher performance, but that's the future. So I don't get upset because I know we're winning and Bitcoin's winning. It's pretty obvious to anyone that can chart the thing that there's a right answer and there's a wrong answer.
When it comes to my assets, diversification is key. I don't want to be over leveraged in any one thing. I mean, yes, I own MSTR and it makes up a large part of my portfolio, but I also own Bitcoin and always will. And now, thanks to my new sponsor, BitIRA, you can own Bitcoin in a tax-sheltered retirement account. BitIRA has been around for almost 10 years. As one of the trailblazers in alternative IRAs for crypto, they have built the world's most secure digital IRA. Here's why you'll love them. End-to-end insurance, highly secure storage, multi-encryption, and registered with the US government. And it's fully IRS compliant. If you have a 401k from an old employer or an IRA gathering dust and you'd rather have that retirement account converted to an IRA in Bitcoin, BitIRA will help you convert it free of taxes or penalties. Best of all, you can trade crypto within your retirement account without taxes incurred on any buys or sells. Just go to bitira.com/JLD and request a free info guide. Once you do that and open your IRA, you'll get a free ledger. Again, that's bitira.com/JLD to open a tax sheltered IRA in Bitcoin.
Here's what they're missing. Bitcoin's technology is not a speculation. It's the ignorant speculators that think it's too late because they don't understand that it's digital energy, it's digital technology. It's never too late to master technology. And I would leave you with the thought, it's never too late to do the right thing. I mean, it's very simple. Second big objection, oh, it's a Ponzi scheme, it's tulip bulbs, blah, blah, blah. It seems too good to be true. The four most dangerous words in finance, this time it's different. John Templeton. Well, Sir John Templeton is not on the walls of MIT's great court. They have Newton and Madame Curie and Einstein, and Galileo, but they did not put his name up there because he's not a scientist or an engineer. And the point is, this is different. Fire is different. Water is different. Wind is different. These things, guns, germs, when the Spaniards show up in the New World and 90% of the Native American Indians die because of the germs, it was different. Right? These things are not the same. John D. Rockefeller noticed oil was different. If you're actually basing your strategy on a technology or a paradigm shift, then in fact, it is different. And the point here is Bitcoin is different. That's why it matters. People that tell you it's not different, they don't understand it, don't be swayed by them. And now I'm going to end with some final thoughts. There's a saying in the American West, the cowards never started, the weak died along the way. In this case, to never start means to never invest in Bitcoin. If you have your money and it's invested in not Bitcoin, you never started. You have to put your capital into Bitcoin. And then the weak dying along the way, okay, well, you did a stupid deal with a loan shark and he broke your legs because you borrowed money for 4 weeks at 37%. Okay, don't do that, right? It's not an easy journey, but neither is getting in a wooden ship and sailing across the Atlantic an easy journey. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Everybody in this room can watch or wait, or you can go and create the future. Metaplanet's creating a future in Japan. H1's creating a future in Sweden. Smarter Web is creating a future. BTC Prague is creating a future. Everybody here is creating the future. Build a machine, put energy in it, turn the crank, harness the energy. 21 is the winning hand. You're sitting at a blackjack table and you get a king and an ace. You can't lose. We've got the winning hand, 21 in 21 years. You know it? There's only one way to lose, and that's not to play the game.
And there you have it, another episode of MSTR today. And here's my receipt from yesterday. I did a 0.528 share purchase of MSTR at $399. This is my quest to invest $210 every trading day of 2025. I'm well more than halfway through. I'm up over 20% and climbing. I'll give you the full portfolio reveal this coming Sunday, and it's just been a great ride. It's inevitable that this is going to be the most hated rally ever, as I was talking about earlier. There's gonna be so much FOMO, so much just people so mad that they missed out what was right in front of their face. But you get it. I get it. We're on this train. Nothing stops this train. It's inevitable. And like Michael Saylor loves to say, there is no second best.
What's the second best? There is no second best.